Hi Sulal. So, as per our recent trend, what we see nowadays is that Australia is booming with opportunities. So, in case of an applicant wants to study, do their higher education in Australia, there has to be some factors, right? They have to keep in mind. So, what are those facts or factors that the applicant has to keep in mind while choosing Australia as a study destination?
Thanks, Soshin. That's a great question. I think every student should do a fact check before they come to study in Australia. It's just make sure that they're actually doing the right thing and also help them to make an informed decision about where they are studying. So number one to do is to check whether the education service provider they are choosing is actually registered directly with the university, which every university has a list of education service providers, and they actually provide that information on the website. So it's not super complicated. It's very easy. You can just check that information on the website so that you know that someone you're working with is actually registered directly with the university. Number two, which is whether the career counselors you are talking to are qualified education agent counselors. So there is a qualification education counselors or career counselors can use, which is called QEAC. And what it does is, when I did my QEAC, it actually helped me to understand why Australia, the education opportunities, how education, higher studies in Australia works. So it actually gives you that ample amount of information about living, working, studying, all that information, so that I can actually give the right information to a student. Number three, when a service provider is giving you all this information, obviously you should do your research. You can go to the university website, look at all the information, because you can see in Australia every university has got a tab which is like domestic and international, where when you go and click on the international, you are naturally getting all the right information for international students. So you should do your thorough research so that you know you are doing your research for the course you are looking for. Number four, if that information is not enough and you wanted to know more about studying in Australia, right, and you wanted to see more relevant generic information of study in Australia, that's where government is here to help. You can go and check the website www.studyaustralia.gov.au. will give plenty of videos, plenty of information on each city, plenty of information about each the living style, the lifestyle, part-time opportunities, accommodation. So you actually know that when you go to a particular city or when you go to a particular state, okay, these are the kinds of information in the background. Number five, of course, when you go on a student visa, it's called subclass 500, which is the student visa category, and you might have visa related questions. What happens, what are the your rights on a 500 visa, or what other things you need to know. That's where you can go and check. www.ime.homeaffairs.gov.au gives all the information at the right place, because that's the official website of Australian government. Now, after you do all these fact checks, that's like you actually have all the right information on your hand. What you can also do, if you have friends or relatives, everyone these days have somebody in Australia, and what you should actually do, you should check with them and just validate this information, so that when you come, you actually did all your steps to make sure that you made an informed decision. And in this process, when you're looking for an education service provider who are registered and who has got a base in Australia, we are here to help you. You can contact us anytime, and we'll be very happy to take you through this process and also help you after you land in Australia for part-time jobs and how to progress your career in the course you studied.